Plate 5. Persons. On the plate in front of you there are 3 people, 3 men. Touch the entire plate, especially the figures. In the bottom right corner you will find a frame with a QR code. You can read it with your mobile phone and listen to the descriptive text about this plate whenever you want. In the autumn of 1519, as you already know, the first circumnavigation of the globe began with a total of 5 ships and 242 sailors on board. Ferdinand Magellan was chief captain on the ship called Trinidad. During their voyage around the world, the brave sailors experienced one adventure after another, saw previously unknown animals and even came into contact with some of them, and they also met many indigenous people from countries and islands in the Pacific Ocean. Do you have any idea who these men on the plate might be? The man on the left is well and fully dressed, has a hat on his head and supports a beard. The man in the middle is barefoot, wears light clothes, calf-length trousers, and a cap to protect his head against the sun and wind. The third man on the right has darker skin, wears almost nothing, and holds a long lance in his left hand. So, what do you think? Who are these people? Let's start with the man on the left. He can't be poor because he is fully dressed, and has an elegant gentleman's hat on his head. So, he must be the most important person in this group. Yes, of course, it's Ferdinand Magellan. On his head you can feel the black hat, underneath his dark hair, then his face with the eyes, the nose, and the mouth surrounded by his strikingly bushy beard, and his ears. He is elegantly dressed. He wears a yellow, short-sleeved tunic made of a sturdy fabric with pleasingly soft folds. It is actually a sleeveless long jacket that covers his body up to the knees. It is held together by a wide black belt. He wears black trousers that are puckered up to his calves and tucked into his black boots. The sleeves of his shirt are cut wide and airy. They are very wide and striking because they consist of black and white stripes sewn together in a pattern, some of which open up to form triangles and diamonds. Magellan is facing you, so his left arm is under your right hand. You can feel a long sword hanging from his belt. If someone asked you if you knew the name Ferdinand Magellan and asked you to tell them something you found particularly interesting about this navigator, what would you say? The man next to him is strong and dressed very differently. He wears light clothes, is barefoot, and has a cap to protect his head from the sun and wind. Do you agree that sailors were particularly exposed to all weather conditions, especially the sun and the wind on the high seas? Do you think they were also strong because they had to carry heavy loads, climb up sail masts and swim a lot? So, could this man be a sailor? Yes, he is indeed a sailor. On his head you can feel a grey cap with 2 bands hanging down to the left of his head, almost like 2 loose ends of a headscarf. These ribbons were also used to tie the cap to the head to protect it from the wind. Then you can feel his brown hair, his face with the eyes, the nose and the mouth, and his ears. He is wearing a light green shirt with long sleeves, which looks like a long-sleeve t-shirt made of light fabric, because it has no buttons on the front. It is held in place by a string around his waist. He also has on a pair of airy, calf-length grey trousers. You can feel his bare feet because he has no shoes on. If you were to compare this sailor with today's sailors, what differences would you notice? What has changed in seafaring? The third man has almost nothing on and you can feel his muscular naked body. The sailors, including Magellan, met many strange-looking people, at least from their perspective, who were dressed differently or not at all. So, it would have to be one of these people, an indigenous person or a native. Have you also thought of one of the islanders pictured here? His hair is straight and black, and quite long at the back of his head. You feel his face with his eyes, nose, and mouth, and his ears. His skin is darker than that of the Spanish sailors. He has strong muscles because he has had to physically exert himself a lot and everywhere. You can feel his unclothed body and only around his waist you can feel a band of cloth tied around him that goes between his legs, covering and protecting his genitals, with one end of the band hanging down in front of him from his belly to his knees. The man is facing you, so his left arm is under your right hand. There you feel a weapon designed for thrusting and throwing, a long lance, which he holds in his hand beside him. Do you feel the long wooden shaft and the metal tip? This lance is as long as the man is tall, but it can also be much, much longer. Such a lance in the hand of an islander determined Magellan's fate. Were your considerations correct? If not, what were your basic ideas from which you started? Could your reasons be valid under certain conditions?